on today is a traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Wendat peoples, and it is now home to many diverse nations, Inuit and Métis peoples. My relationship to the land: I arrived here with my family as an immigrant, which means we came to this land looking for new opportunities, new life, unlike many of those who came forced for slavery or many other reasons. I also acknowledge the privilege I have that many who were original owners of the land didn't have, and I am committed to being part of the reconciliation process by sharing the truth with my students, colleagues, and social circles, and doing everything in my power to educate myself and those around me about the Indigenous truth and the calls for action. As we talk about today's topic, I want to highlight that we need to acknowledge the complexity of learning today more than any other time. Not that it wasn't complex before, but now with all the variables that we have changing around us, learning is very complex. Our learners have various needs, especially in our public schools today. We have promoted and successfully integrated students in a regular classroom environment, and we aim and we aspire to make it an inclusive learning environment. Having said that, many limitations to the theories that we have learned in the past 3 weeks are evident. So when we talk, for example, about the approaches of behaviorism, constructivism, or even the myth of the learning styles, all these theories and articles that we have read have areas of benefit that can benefit our learning environments in the classroom. For example, when we talk about behaviorism, we know that the behaviorist approach, for example, is beneficial for creating structure, for creating routines, for reinforcing perhaps positive behavior that we want our students to adapt in the class just because it makes the day easier. However, it cannot help students develop a deeper understanding of complex context. It does not engage them as active learners in the learning environment. When we talk about learning styles, as discussed in the articles, it is a big myth, right? Because it limits the learner's ability to one style. We have seen that the students learn in different contexts with different styles depending on the material being delivered, as we discussed with our groups and our class, last class, and so on and so forth. As we talk about the constructivism, it emphasizes that learners actively build their own understanding and meaning. And if we take the key ideas of constructivism seriously, it means we need to be responsive to student ideas, create room for their dialogue, and be responsive to their needs and their lived experiences. This is especially important when we think about equity and inclusion and the importance of using the curriculum as a way to bring students' lived experiences to life. And this is a great segue to the UDL, Universal Design of Learning. So my school has worked on this particular design of learning, and I think it highlights the idea that our students are different, their needs are different, and we need to help them and support them express their ideas in different ways. So the Universal Design of Learning focuses on delivering the material in different ways, the students having different ways of applying their learning or demonstrating the learning and assessing that learning in different ways. I think this is the best, if you want to say, the collective mix of all those theories together, so that students' lived experiences, their culture, their identity is affirmed, valued, included, and students are engaged learners in their own learning context.